Hi there and welcome to Juicy Celeb Talks. Dolores had pointed the finger at Margaret, accusing her of not inviting her to a pre-reunion gathering last season. When Margaret insisted she had, Dolores's reaction was explosive. But was Dolores being overly emotional? Tamra seemed to think so, discussing this on her podcast, where she suggested that both women might have been speaking their truth but simply remembered events differently. Tamra felt Dolores's reaction was over the top, implying that Dolores may not be accustomed to the high drama of reality TV. She questioned why Teresa didn't have an issue when Jackie met with Louis's ex, despite her animosity towards Margaret. According to Tamra, Teresa's dislike for Margaret gave Jackie a free pass, as Jackie wasn't considered a friend, unlike Margaret. When asked about the infamous video involving Louis, Teresa remained non-committal, saying she didn't know who leaked it. Tamra speculated that Dolores might have declined the reunion invite because of her loyalty to Teresa, noting that Dolores often acts like Teresa's protector, always ensuring that she's okay. We can't ignore the pre-reunion drama that had Teresa in a frenzy, convinced that everyone was plotting against her. This isn't uncommon before a reunion, but Teresa turned it into a massive issue, accusing others of trying to hurt her family. The accusations flew, with Margaret seemingly at the center of the storm, while Dolores tried to downplay the situation, suggesting she was just upset by a false statement made by a friend. But was Dolores overreacting, or is there more to the story? With the finale leaving everyone buzzing, the anticipation for the watch party is high, especially with casting news still up in the air. The Real Housewives of New Jersey concluded with a bang, more like a crash, and it was anything but pretty. The women, including Jennifer Aydin, Danielle Cabral, Dolores Catania, Rachel Fuda, Teresa Giudice, Melissa Gorga, and Margaret Josephs, were split into 2 rooms to watch the chaos unfold. And let's just say there's little chance they'll be filming together again anytime soon. Danielle found herself in hot water for her wild behavior this season, especially after she threw a drink at Jennifer and nearly leaped over a table to get to her in the finale. Rather than showing remorse, she doubled down, saying she regretted not going further. This meltdown was sparked by Jennifer's man-boobs comment about her husband Nate, which hit too close to home. But seriously, violence is never the answer. After seeing the events unfold live, it's clear Danielle was pushed to her limit that night. She felt unwelcome from the moment she walked in, and despite the tension, she still regrets defending Jennifer in that altercation. Bravo seems to be steering away from this level of drama, and Danielle's outburst may have cost her a spot in the upcoming season. The Real Housewives of New Jersey desperately needs a reboot. The current cast is stale, and the drama has become too toxic. Maybe it's time to clean house and introduce some new faces to breathe life back into this Jersey classic. As long as Teresa's vendetta against Margaret continues, the drama will persist. In the finale, tensions reached a boiling point, especially during the Last Supper, which truly lived up to its name. The event pitted good against evil, though there were no real winners. Teresa and Jackie sitting side by side was like a scene from the Twilight Zone. After Jackie was dragged by Margaret for cozying up to Louis's ex, you'd expect more distance between them, but that wasn't the case. Meanwhile, Teresa is still convinced that Margaret is the mastermind behind the shady video of Louis. It's a classic case of never letting a grudge go to waste. Danielle is still caught up in her drama with Jen, even doubling down on her previous comments, saying she regretted not doing more. This kind of behavior is exactly why the show needs a change. As for Rachel, she feels like she didn't dig into Louis's past enough. But maybe that's because she has those pesky morals keeping her from diving into the mud. The real kicker came when Melissa Gorga announced she was done, like DONE. And when she says it, you know it's serious. This isn't just about the wild finale, it's about years of tension boiling over. With Dolores maintaining that things are staying as they are, it's clear this fractured group isn't coming back together anytime soon. And for the cherry on top, Rachel is pregnant. But with all this chaos, is now really the best time to bring another life into this mess?
We'll have to wait and see what happens next in Jersey. As long as Teresa continues to hold her grudge against Margaret, the drama will persist. Teresa claimed Jackie wasn't her friend, which is why she didn't care when Jackie met with Louis's ex. However, Teresa was once friends with Margaret, making it a different story altogether. When asked about the video of Louis, Teresa said she had no idea who leaked it and was hesitant to make any accusations without proof. Danielle Cabral's journey this season has been nothing short of explosive. From throwing drinks to nearly leaping over tables, she's been at the center of much of the chaos. And while some might see her actions as over the top, others could argue she's just being real. But the truth is, this kind of behavior could cost her a spot in the next season. Bravo seems to be looking for ways to tone down the drama, and Danielle's actions might be too much for even this show to handle. The final dinner of the season was a spectacle in itself, with no clear winners in sight. Teresa and Jackie, sitting side by side, seemed like a scene straight out of the Twilight Zone. Despite the tension between them, they managed to keep things civil, but it was clear that all was not well. Meanwhile, Teresa's suspicions about Margaret's involvement in the Louis video continue to simmer, adding fuel to the already blazing fire. In the midst of all this, Melissa Gorga's declaration that she's done was a bombshell. It's clear that the tension within the group has reached a breaking point, and there's no going back. With Rachel's pregnancy adding another layer of complexity to the situation, it's hard to see how this group can move forward together. As the dust settles, one thing is clear: the Real Housewives of New Jersey needs a reboot. The current cast has become too toxic, and the drama has reached unsustainable levels. It's time for some new faces to shake things up and bring a fresh perspective to the show. But whether Bravo will take that step remains to be seen.
Tamra Judge's insights into the drama unfolding on the Real Housewives of New Jersey highlight the complexities of loyalty and friendship within the group. Her perspective offers a glimpse into the inner workings of the cast and the dynamics that drive the drama. As the show moves forward, it will be interesting to see how these relationships evolve and whether the group can find a way to mend the rifts that have formed. Overall, the finale of The Real Housewives of New Jersey was a roller coaster of emotions, with tensions running high and alliances shifting. The drama may have reached a fever pitch, but it has also opened the door for new possibilities. As viewers, we're left wondering what the future holds for this iconic franchise and whether the cast can find a way to move forward together, or if it's time for a major shakeup. The explosive nature of The Real Housewives of New Jersey finale left fans reeling, but it also raised serious questions about the future of the show. The unrelenting drama, particularly between key figures like Teresa Giudice, Margaret Josephs, and Danielle Cabral, has brought the series to a crossroads. While some viewers thrive on the chaos, there's an undeniable sense that the toxicity has reached a boiling point. It's not just about the fights and feuds anymore. It's about the long-term sustainability of these relationships and whether they can ever truly be mended. As the cast members continue to clash, the fractures within the group seem to be widening. Melissa Gorga's declaration that she's done might not just be hyperbole, it could signal a real shift in the dynamics of the show. And with Rachel Fuda's pregnancy adding another layer of complexity, the stakes are higher than ever. How will these women navigate such a tumultuous environment, especially with new life on the way? The underlying question now is whether Bravo will take the bold step of overhauling the cast to breathe new life into the series. A reboot could offer a fresh start, potentially reducing the toxicity while still delivering the drama that fans crave. However, this is a gamble. The current cast has strong followings, and any change could alienate loyal viewers. As we wait for news on what's next, one thing is certain. The landscape of the Real Housewives of New Jersey is on the verge of a major transformation. Whether this will reinvigorate the show or signal the beginning of its end remains to be seen.